Hi, we're going to take a look at InDesign CS5 using live corner effects. I have a picture on my page here. I've added a little stroke around it. And what I want to do is instead of having right angled corners, I want to have a little bit fancier corners. So one way we can do that in CS5 is go under the Object menu and come down to Corner Options. Here we have a series of options, and if I click on the chain link, they'll all change at once. And I'm going to change it from none, and we'll take a look at fancy. And here's bevel, inset, inverse rounded, and rounded. You could break the chain link in the middle here and then work each corner independently. So if I went over here to the upper right corner, I could set that to none, and I could work over here on my lower left corner and set that to none also. So this is one way I can change the corner effects within InDesign CS5. I'm going to cancel on this because I'm going to show you the additional new feature on the frame itself. On the frame itself in the upper right hand corner is a little gold square now, and I can click here to edit the corners of my frame. I'll drag on this diamond right up here and I'll just drag it across, and you'll notice that each corner of the frame is dynamically moving. Now I can bring this back and I'm going to change that. Now if I hover over the diamond, you'll see there's a tooltip that tells you if you hold down the Alt key or Option key and click on the diamond, you can change the shape. So there's Alt or Option click. So I can quickly cycle through the different corner shapes. Now another slick deal is, let's say we put rounded corners on all this, and I want the upper right corner to be just none or a right angle. I can hold down the Shift key and drag this over, and I can go to the lower left corner and drag this over. So holding down the Shift key allows you to change those corners independently. Another thing I can do is I can go up over a diamond, and if I go Shift Alt or Shift Option click on the diamond, this allows me to change the effect in a specific corner. So let me bring this over. And now if I go Shift Alt or Shift Option click, I can cycle just this corner through the different effects. Let me bring this back here. Now a nice thing is, once you get a corner effect you like, and let me say I hold down the Shift key and make this one squared off and this one squared off, I can go under Object Styles and make a new object style based upon this frame. So I'm going to do a new object style, and I'm going to say fancy opposite, and I'll click OK. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide my objects layer for a second. I'm going to bring up my layers panel, and I'm going to hide this particular layer, and I'm going to bring up another layer with another photo. Then I'm going to select this photo, go back to Object Styles, and go ahead and just apply the fancy opposite. So go ahead and use those object styles so you can reapply the same frame, shape, style, color, and so on and so forth. Another little tip is I have the picture selected here, and also over here in my color panel I have the stroke also selected. So if I take the eyedropper, I can actually come over, of course, and sample some different colors I may want for that frame. Now it's a hassle to go back to the eyedropper, reset it, click on a color, and so on and so forth. So if you hold down the Alt or Option key with the eyedropper, you can just go ahead and sample colors until you find a color that will complement the photograph you're working on. This way you don't have to go back to the toolbox every time and reset the eyedropper tool. So there's our tip for today, using live corner effects in InDesign CS5.